Hey there everybody, I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince. Welcome to Mustang Prince Orro Reports. You may remember during November of last year when I did a blog on Tim Burton's adaptation of Roald Dahl's famous book, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Well, I sure as heck do, and I gotta say, I had an absolute blast blogging it for all of you. Now for today's special episode, we'll be focusing on another film based on Roald Dahl's story. And it's about a little girl with a very special gift. Released on August 2nd, 1996, the movie is Matilda. So, let's begin, shall we? This film is a story of a sweet, bright little girl named Matilda, who is a child of wondrous intelligence. But unfortunately, she is different from the rest of her family. Ignored at home all the time, Matilda escapes into a world of reading. Exercising her mind so much, she develops telekinetic powers. She is sent off to a school headed by a cruel, hulking monster principal, Agatha Trunchbull. Matilda then finds a single light in a warm-hearted Miss Honey, the first-grade teacher who recognizes the girl's remarkable skills, including a very special talent that allows the spirited girl to turn the tables on the wicked grown-ups in her world. So, what are my thoughts on this film, anyway? Well, ever since my mom bought it for me on VHS, I really liked it. And now it's been a long time since I last saw the movie, and after watching it again, after I bought the original book from Barnes & Nobles, I still enjoy it. But let's move on to Mustang notes. Now, this movie doesn't have too much history behind it, but two songs are featured in the film. One of them is Send Me on the Way by Rusted Root, which is played twice. The first time when 4-year-old Matilda is left alone in her house making pancakes, and the second time being at the end of the movie, which is set to a montage of Matilda and Miss Honey playing at Miss Trunchbull's former house. The other song is Thurston Harris's Little Bitty Pretty One, played when Matilda is learning how to control her telekinetic powers. The film's original score was composed by David Newman, who also composed for other films like DuckTales the Movie, Treasure of the Lost Lamp, Don Bluth's Anastasia, 102 Dalmatians, the live-action Scooby-Doo films, and, of course, The Cat in the Hat with Mike Myers. So, I bet you might be asking, how did this movie do in theaters? Well, the film did receive critical acclaim at the time of its release. On Rotten Tomatoes, it holds a fresh rating of 90%. In the U.S., it earned $33 million in contrast to its $36 million budget. It fared better during its worldwide release and ended up earning back nearly double its original budget, as well as on home video and television. The film was also submitted for an Academy Award nomination for Best Original Musical or Comedy Score, but sadly, it wasn't nominated. Now, while I do enjoy this film, and it does seem to stay true to the original book, I do have a few issues with most of the adult characters. Yes, adults can go strict on children if they're misbehaving, but most of the adult characters in this story are completely mean-spirited and abusive towards Matilda and her classmates, saying that they're better than them and that there's nothing they can do about it. But, adults aside, Matilda and the rest of the children are the best parts of this film to me. Now it's time to move on to the cast for this movie. Our title character, Matilda Wormwood, is played by Mara Wilson, who is in films like A Simple Wish and Thomas the Magic Railroad. which sadly was the last film she acted in before she retired. Now, Mama's performance as Matilda is really adorable, and I also like her love of reading ever since she was 4 years old. And, like most of the characters in this film, I'm surprised that she got intelligence to do high-level math or spell out big words at a young age. I also like the fact that she has telekinesis, which she uses to get back at the nasty grown-ups and retrieve a doll that belonged to her teacher, Miss Honey. And as I said a few times on my show, that kind of ability seems like something I wish my sister could do. And while I did enjoy Carrie from 2013, this film was, handled a bit better than last year's Lucy film. Well, mostly. Next we come to Matilda's dad, Harry Wormwood, played by Danny DeVito, who also serves as the film's narrator and director. He was also in films like Disney's Hercules and Illumination's The Lorax. Now, as for Harry, well, not only does he completely hate his daughter for her knowledge and her love of reading, but he is a crook for using stolen car parts for the cars he sells and selling them at an unfair higher price than what they actually cost. Next is Matilda's mom, Zinnia Wormwood, played by Rhea Perlman, who was in, My Little Pony, the movie from 1985. Makes me glad I'm a Mustang Prince and not a brony. No offense to all the bronies out there, though. Now, Zinnia is as bad as her husband. She doesn't care about education. She only cares about how she looks and doesn't do anything except go to bingo. We also have Matilda's older brother, Michael Wormwood, played by Brian Levinson. Now, this obnoxious kid doesn't do too much in the film, other than picking on Matilda by throwing food at her and calling her dip face. Well, thank God Matilda used her mind to send a carrot right back at him afterwards. Next we come to the only adult character who I like in this film, Miss Jennifer Honey, played by Embeth Davidtz. Not much to say about the actress other than the fact that she was Peter Parker's mother in the recent Spider-Man films. The reason why I like her is because she has a heart of gold and that she loves the children she teaches. Heck, she even makes a nice mother figure for Matilda. But underneath it all, she's been through a hellish childhood ever since her parents died. Next we come to Agatha Trunchbull, the principal of Cruncham Hall and Miss Honey's horrible aunt, played by Pam Ferris, who years after this film pissed off Harry Potter in Harry Potter 3. Now to describe Trunchbull, she's the biggest bitch and obvious villain of the film, and I hate her for so many reasons. Not only has she put Miss Honey through a horrible childhood, but she also hates children for no reason given in the book. She even has immense strength to throw anyone around, and what's worse, she locks up a child in a torturous room that she calls the Chokey. She's also superstitious around black cats. Next we have Matilda's best friend, Lavender, played by Cami DeVille, and FBI agents Bob and Bill, played by Paul Rubens and Tracy Walter. And now it's time to move on to my final words. Overall, Matilda is a decent film based on one of Roald Dahl's finest pieces of work. The story is heartwarming and memorable. The acting is still pretty good, even though I still have issues with most of the adult roles in this film, being mean-spirited and abusive. But in my eyes, the best characters, other than Matilda and Miss Honey, are the children characters. Well, minus one, of course. And, like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, if Roald Dahl were alive today, he would have been proud of this film, too. Now, I heard recently that there was a Broadway musical based on the book. And I hope someday I'll be able to see it. But anyway, I give Matilda a rating of 79% out of 100. Well, that's it for it. Wait a second. OMG. My sister's gonna turn 20 next week. Oh my god, when am I gonna blog for that? Oh my goodness. Be sure to join me on the 29th. Hopefully by then I'll find something to blog for my sister. Mustang Power.
Reading is fun, 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 fun. Reading is fun for everyone. Reading is fun, 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 fun. Reading is fun for everyone. I can see, I can tell, you really read so well. I do read too. I can read all by myself. Reading the adventures of Peter Pan. Reading about the powers of Roald